Hi folks, we are back with World of Warships, and in the last video, which was my first night back playing World of Warships, I took a look at the Albany, which was a new ship for me, a new purchase, and one of the other ships I mentioned I purchased was the Aurora, which I have never played, as you can see here, and this is the Tier 3 Russian cruiser, one of only two, possibly three Russian ships in the game at the moment. I'm not quite sure. But basically, yeah, no tech tree for the Russians quite yet, but you can buy some premium ships. So I used some of my gold that I got from buying the gift shop ships to purchase the Aurora. And I know nothing about this ship whatsoever. In fact, I'm just logging in, hit record, and we're going to be doing this from scratch. Now, the first thing I did after logging in was dismiss the commander. I'll get into that in a moment. But, yeah, the Aurora, what do we know about it? Well, again, in-game information. Apparently, it's a Russian protected cruiser. I don't know what a protected cruiser is. I assume maybe it means it has a little bit more armor. It was the third and last in the Palada class, but again, I know nothing about ships, so I don't know whether that's important or not. She took part in the Russian-Japanese War. She also was included in the famous Battle of Tsushima. I've never heard of that battle, but that just shows you how ignorant I am regarding naval warfare. She also served in World War One and World War Two, but is best known for the blank she shot from her gun, which signaled the start of the assault on the Winter Palace at the beginning of the October Revolution in 1917. Since 1948, she has been used as a museum ship and is one of St. Petersburg's most famous landmarks. Okay, so this is actually quite an historic ship, but yet I've never heard of it and I know nothing about it. So we're going to be looking at this from scratch, but before we do, as I say, I dismissed the commander, and there's a reason I did that. I forgot to mention it to you. This is the other ship. It's a premium ship you can only buy from the gift shop, the Gramaski. Don't even know how to pronounce that. But you can also buy the Murmansk, which I used some gold to buy as well. So only 3 Russian ships in the game. They're all premiums, but only 2 of them are cruisers, the Aurora and the Murmansk. And the reason I dismissed the commander, and I'm going to be doing it here, is you can see we've got ship experience 0. I've never played the ship. And the commander is basically a noob. 0 out of 1300. Now, the Aurora's commander was exactly the same, but I got rid of him and forgot to record it. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the commander, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dismiss the commander. Now, why do we dismiss commanders? Well, because when we recruit, now I only need 1 cruiser captain because I've got 2 cruisers here. We're going to recruit a new commander, and we've got some options here I haven't shown you before. Now, if we were to recruit the basic training commander for free, that would be exactly where we were at square one. We would have 0 experience on the commander. But for just 5,000 credits, very, very cheap, you can get your first commander with a skill. 1 undistributed skill point. That's basically like using 5,000 credits in World of Tanks to buy a 100% commander with 6 cents just for 5,000 credits. Or you can buy a 3 skill captain for 125 tokens, and that's not too expensive, but I don't buy or don't spend a lot of gold on anything other than ships or port slots, so I'm just going to go for the credit option. We're going to train a new commander. And as you can see, we've got 1 skill here, so I go straight into here, go to personnel file, and we've got 1 skill point. We can either spend it in secondary armament or ship survivability. So ship survivability will basically take 15% off my repair time. So that's what I'm going to spend my 1 skill point on, because I know nothing about the ship, and that seems like a good all-round skill. Okay, so we've now got a commander in the Murmansk. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send him to the reserves, because this is a cruiser, and we're going to put him into the Aurora from reserve. And I shouldn't have to retrain him. So he's got his first skill. He's still got his first skill. We're at 0%, so we need to get up to 2,000 in order to earn another skill. But that's the nice thing about premium ships. So I'm going to be using this commander in both Russian cruisers. So hopefully I'll have a decent cruiser commander for when the real Russian ships are added, or the main Russian tech tree is added to the game. So there we... what am I doing? we got to go back to port, don't we? It's not very, very friendly. There's no way of getting off this screen. For example, maybe I'm blind. So I'm on the commander skill here page, and there's no X. There's no way of getting off this page unless you actually hit port. But it doesn't make it obvious. But anyway, yeah, we are ready to go. So let's find out about this ship. We've looked at its history. First of all, let's take a look at its survivability. It's a Tier 3 cruiser. We've already played a Tier 2 cruiser on the last video. So it's a Tier 3 and it gets 6,000 more hit points. So survivability is a little bit better. Not great. We're still only at a 26 rating. It's not great. And the armor, it actually has up to double the armor of the Albany. So I don't think it's great, but we'll find out. I've never played it. We're going to be doing that live for the first time tonight. Artillery looks pretty good. It's a 42 rating, and indeed, we've got the same 152mm guns that the Albany had, but we've got 14 of them, so 14 KV2s strapped to the side of this ship. So let's see how this. It seems to be. It's pretty much the same layout as a lot of the low tier ships. So we've got one forward, or we've got one rear turret, one forward turret. So I assume they're 360, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 cannons. This are 5 cannons, guns, whatever you want to call them. And we've got 5, exactly the same. So that's 10, 11, 12. So it says we have 14. I'm missing 2. Where am I missing 2? Oh, we've got 3 here. 3 here. Okay, so we've got 6 guns on each side, plus 2 360 turrets. So we can get 8 guns. We can potentially get 8 guns on target. But are they any good? Let's, very nice. Let's take a look here. We've got a... Okay, we can actually get information for each single gun. I was not aware of that. So we've got 36 seconds for 180 degree turns. That's for the turrets. That's just over a minute to turn the turrets. Wow. A minute and 12 seconds to do a 360 with the turrets. So the turret rotation is not very good. Shell dispersion is 99 meters. That's not fantastic either. The Aurora was 60 meters. So the accuracy isn't going to be as good on this ship. The HE and the AP do exactly the same amount of damage as the Aurora did, but it's basically the same gun. But I am very, very happy to see that the firing range has been extended to 11.2 kilometers. So the guns don't look too bad. They turn very, very slowly, but other than that, they still pack a punch. You get a lot of them, and you've got a much, much better firing range. So it is a Tier 3. It is possible for this ship to see Tier 5s. So ships will be shooting at me from 20 kilometers away, and I've got 11.2 kilometer range on my guns. AA guns are very poor. We've only got a 1 rating. So what have we got? We've got 6 1.7 or 7.62 millimeters. I have no idea, but yeah, a rating of 1. I don't think this is an anti-aircraft ship, and we will be seeing some aircraft in this ship. Maneuverability is very poor. Why is it very poor? Because it's got a very, very slow top speed for a cruiser. And wow, the turning circle radius is absolutely huge. Wow, 730 meters. So it takes almost a kilometer for this ship to do a circle turn. Oh wow, okay. At least the shift rudder time, or the rudder shift time, is a little bit better. Still not great, but it's a little bit better than it is on the Albany. But that turning circle is huge, and the top speed is not very good. Finally, let's take a look at the concealment, and again, not very good. So we can be detected at 11 kilometers, but at least my guns can shoot back at 11 kilometers, I believe. Where are we? 11.2. Okay, so at least if we're spotting for ourselves, we're going to be able to shoot what we spot. But yeah, okay, ship has some strengths, but it's definitely not a fast ship for a cruiser. It's definitely not maneuverable for a cruiser, but the guns definitely look better than they do on the Albany. So there we go. That's the Aurora. That's my first look at the ship. I'm actually looking at stats as something before I play it. We're going to go into our very, very first game. And I'm hoping it's very, very late at night here. In fact, that's a lie. It's actually very, very early in the morning. It's about 2 a.m. So just said I'd play some World of Warships for about 30-40 minutes before going to bed, and I might as well record it. But we do have some people in the queue. We've got 6 people at Tier 3 in cruisers. Couple of Tier 3 destroyers also queuing up. No Tier 2s, no Tier 1s. There are some Tier 5s and Tier 6s. Tier 4s. We might get a game. We might get a game. But I can see aircraft carriers queuing up. I can see battleships queuing up at Tier 4 and 5. So I've got a funny feeling we're going to get into a Tier 5 game, guys. Not too many people on tonight. Okay, we are finally in, and indeed we've ended up in a Tier 5 game. But there are quite a few Tier 3s. So we both have a Minakaze. That's a dangerous little ship. I'm enjoying my Minakaze at the moment. They end up with 2 battleships, the Congo and the Miyagi. We've got just one, the Congo. We have 2 aircraft carriers, and they have 1. So there's going to be ships in this battle. And where are we going to go? I have no idea. So basically, I'm going to be shot with big guns. So these ships have, some of these ships on the enemy team have 20 kilometers range. I don't want to come down here because basically I don't have the speed or maneuverability, and on top of that, the islands are too small to hide behind. Destroyers are going to be able to, well, pretty much every ship, but the destroyers are going to be able to spot me. The battleships are going to be able to shoot over those islands. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go north. Might be a silly decision. So there are 3 cap zones. And we've got lots and lots of guns, but as you can see, the turning, or the traverse speed is really, really poor on the guns. Really, really poor. The acceleration is quite slow. It's taking me quite a while to get up to top speed. And as soon as we move, oh wow, as soon as we move at all, it's taking forever for the guns to actually catch up. In fact, the rear gun is still turning. However, we do have 8 guns we can get on target. One of our destroyers is popping smoke very, very early. Yeah, for a cruiser, it's not very fast. This destroyer is just about in my view range, but very, very hard to hit as a destroyer. So we're sticking with the HE just in case we run into a softer skin target.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
Yes, exciting gameplay at the start of every World of Warships game. Very, very rusty. I wonder if this is a hallmark of the Russian models in game. Could do with a lick of paint.
The enemy team has taken the lead.
But once again, lots and lots of detail. Yeah, it's definitely this thing. Oh wow, it takes quite a while to turn. The acceleration is really, really poor. Where do I want to go? This guy's coming all the way around, so
autopilot mode enabled.
we're gonna turn slightly, see if we can get some more of our guns on target. Is this guy gonna drive into my range? He is. Oh, woo, woo, woo. High shell trajectory. The reload is actually looks quite good.
Autopilot mode disabled.
A lot of ships here, so I'm not quite sure whether I want to go all the way up. But 100 meters, is he moving away? Lots of guns. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be doing a circle.
Mode enabled.
Oh, it takes quite a while for the shots to hit. They were badly judged. They look better. Nice.
Enemy cruiser sighted.
Yeah, it takes quite a while. There's a very, very high arc on these shells. They look good. That was badly judged. Hey, I have to say the reload is very, very nice. He's running to the edge of the map.
Waypoint reached.
Okay, I have to say the gun's very, very good when you get into close range.
Autopilot mode disabled.
But trying to turn, not so good. So at the moment I can only get one gun on target because we're running.
Autopilot mode disabled.
Okay, we're taking a lot of damage from distance.
Critically damaged.
And this guy's got my range.
Critically damaged.
HE is okay. So what we're going to do after this volley is we're going to switch to AP, see what happens. Oh, no, 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 no. Ah, he got me with one.
We're hull below the water line. We're flooding quickly.
It's taking forever.
Assault, sir.
Okay, so I never got to see what was actually what my AP shells were able to do, but it was okay. That was all right. First game in the ship and completely unknown entity. This is kind of like a St. Louis. Really, really nice guns once you get the hang of them. I mean, the range is a little bit of a pain in the ass, but this is a tier 5 game. And what killed me? I have no idea. It was either... Yeah, I think it was the Minakaze that killed me, a tier 5 battleship or destroyer. But yeah, I mean, we were doing damage, guys. We were taking on a what was it we were shooting at? We were taking on an Omaha. We were actually holding our own until the destroyer and his torpedoes got into range. But yeah, I mean, that was all right. It's a pity I couldn't have had a little bit more air cover over here, or that more of my team hadn't come over here, but that was all right. So we ended up winning that game, and yeah, not a bad first impression for the ship. It's got some major firepower. I mean, I was testing it with just firing HE, and 2 kills. I'll take that. Tier 3, Tier 5 game. Yeah. So someone made a comment that this ship wasn't very good on my Albany video. But yeah, first impressions are very, very important. And my first impression is that, yeah, it's not fast, it's not maneuverable. For a cruiser, I couldn't get away once those enemy ships came across the north of the map. Didn't have the speed or maneuverability to get away. But the firepower is very, very nice. So we're going to test with just AP this time and see what we can do, providing we can get into a game. And I would assume that it's probably going to be another Tier 5 game. And he's out of range now. I can't hit him, he can hit me. Enemy team are capping and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't get back. But you gotta love these tryhards. That's something I can't even turn. I'm at full turn, full speed, and the turning radius is just so big. I'm just gonna hit this island. Completely unmaneuverable, guys. Can't do a thing. That was a disappointing second game, but first game was decent, second game not so much. Yeah, this ship is very, very unmaneuverable and not very fast. Terrible game. But as I was saying, I really don't understand these tryhards. It's a closed beta. Everything is going to be wiped. Why are you going for cap? You're supposed to be testing the ships. You're supposed to be going for damage and XP. You're supposed to be getting as high as you can, trying out as many different ships before the test is over. Capping, like, I don't know. It's like in World of Tanks where you've got these idiots who just drive to cap, and that's their only mission in life, is to drive in a straight line towards cap and then just sit there AFK till the end of the game. I don't know why people cap in a closed beta. It's going to be over very, very soon. You know what? That was so disappointing. I think I'm going to be trying another one. But one defeat, one victory in the Aurora, and as you can see, picking up ship experience I can do nothing with. I can't do anything with that ship experience except spend gold on it and convert it into free XP. So once again, a late night battle, only 8 players aside, but this time not a tier 5, tier 4s and tier 3s, with aircraft carriers on both sides. So let's just see. That second game wasn't very good. Let's see what we can do. Let's try and have a better game. So again, cap mission.
General quarters.
And what do we want to do this time? I think, you know what, we're just going to head over here.
Mode enabled.
Which means I need my guns facing this side. And we're going to be testing the AP. I didn't get to test them very much in the last game. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know why players go for cap. So I'm probably going to cut out most of the last game, but basically what happened there was a couple of enemy ships just sailed straight through the middle of the map and sat in cap. That's basically what happened. And because our team basically lemming trained, whether right or wrongly, we went down one side of the map and no one went back to defend or couldn't get back in time. So Yeah, I don't understand why people cap, especially in closed betas. Especially when stats are going to be wiped. It's the same on the World of Tanks test server. I mean, it's a test server. When I see people on the test server trying to cap, now admittedly I don't go on the test server very often, but those times I have been on the test server, and players are trying to cap. Instead of actually trying out tanks, trying to test their tanks, they're playing to win. They're playing to... Yeah, well, they're not even playing to win. I would agree that players who just drive to cap lose more often than they actually win. So they may say they're trying to win, but yeah, the stats show in the end. So I'm not feeling too good here. I'm basically coming north by myself. My team is heading towards B. Rest of my team are going to C. So I guess it's going to be a good test. If there were enemy ships up at A, it's going to be a good test of my survivability. So again, aircraft carriers in play. And it looks as if there are quite a few ships coming north. You know what? I'm not gonna come north. We've got a St. Louis and a Yubari going north. And that guy's just about in range. And look, it's taking forever for my guns to turn. Where's he going? He's turning. Very few guns on target. Yeah, I don't think I can, Look how wide this turning circle is. Wow. It's just so unmaneuverable. This is just a floating gun platform. That's pretty much it. So, the enemy team are capping all 3 points at the moment. And they're doing so without any opposition. So the ships...
The enemy team is taking the lead.
One of the ships we sent into the middle is dead. I'm taking fire already. He's got range on me. I don't have range on him. I can't see him either. Oh, this is going to be another suck-out game. Probably. What's that sitting at the back? It's Miyagi. So I think this ship is going to suffer a lot from torpedo attacks. In the first game I died to a destroyer, and I don't think that's going to be a rare occurrence. Just don't have the range. Don't have the power, don't have the speed. I mean, I've been traveling in a straight line for quite some time, and it's still struggling to reach 20 kilometers, or 20 knots. So... Definitely not fast. Definitely not maneuverable. And I know I'm testing out AP at the moment. Oh, hang on. He's in target. He's in range. St. Louis. So he's at 10.3. So we'll aim at 10. And we're firing AP. No, those are going to overshoot. By quite a big margin. You've always got to wonder, guys who can fire a full volley and get a direct hit. So he's only 8 kilometers away, and yet he's out of sight. I think I'm going to be switching to HE. We're doing 1,000 with our shots.
Enemy destroyer
blown up.
It's quite hard to judge when a ship is coming towards you. Yeah, I was judged wrong. Those are looking good. 100, 400, 2,000. Is he turning towards me or away from me? Why pay real money for St. Louis? Oh, because I'm destroying. If you look at chat, I'm taking on a St. Louis here. Oh, misjudged those.
Main turret critically damaged. Problem solved, sir.
And there we go. So someone asked me in chat, why pay real money? Just get a St. Louis. Well, I just took out a St. Louis there. That was badly aimed. So he's 9. So I'm being hit by 2 St. Louis's at the moment, I think. Now those are landing directly on him. I'm only doing 100 damage though.
Unable to maneuver.
Yeah, I think the AP does not work as well. I can't maneuver. My rudder's gone. Still 10 seconds. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, big hits. Looking for big hits.
Problem solved, sir.
That was a bad one. Come on, just need a couple of big AP hits. No, that's not a big AP hit. I'm going down. Come on, big AP hits. That guy's getting too close.
The enemy is about to win.
And there's nothing I can do about it. 2 kills. My team are about to die. Oh, they all fell short. Nope. Come on, we can do it. Yeah! And he got me!
We destroyed an enemy cruiser.
Oh dear. So yeah, third game in the Aurora. First game we took out 2 ships. That game we took out 3, so it was a win in the first game, 2 losses. But other than that, I think the Aurora has actually performed and outperformed my expectations. Yeah, it's definitely slow. It's definitely very, very unmaneuverable. And we managed to complete some missions. Hey, but it's got its problems. I mean, as I say, slow, unmaneuverable, but that's pretty much it. If it gets its guns on target, and if it can start shooting and hitting its targets, it's as dangerous as the St. Louis is. And it's been quite a while since I've played the St. Louis. In fact, can I even bring up details of a ship that I've gotten rid of? So yeah, I can actually. So maneuverability is what I'm interested in, and as you can see, the St. Louis is not a fast ship, but it's faster than the Aurora is. It doesn't turn particularly well, but it still has got a pretty poor turning rate. It's slightly better than the Aurora, but not by much. And the rudder shift time is actually worse, so it just shows I've got fond memories of the St. Louis, but St. Louis really isn't that much more maneuverable. The concealment is a little bit better, and the guns, yeah, I mean, the guns are pretty much, the secondary armament on the St. Louis is probably a lot better. You get a lot more secondary armament, but primary guns, it's very, very similar. Survivability, the St. Louis gets a lot more hit points, actually. Slightly more armor, a lot more hit points, but yeah, I mean, it's a valid point. Why would you buy an Aurora when you could just play the St. Louis for free? Well, I suppose the main reason is it's a premium ship, so I'm going to be training up my Russian commanders. And going to be getting my Russian commanders ready for when Russian ships are added to the tech tree. And yeah, it's not terrible. Am I more likely to play the Aurora than the Albany? Yes. I'll probably play the Aurora again, and you can actually put modifications on. So, yeah, I mean, it's a premium ship, and there's actually no point in doing this because it's going to be wiped. But I'll probably rebuy. I will probably be rebuying the Aurora. It's definitely a low-tier ship I would probably keep in my port and play when I'm platooned with other people. But you can upgrade the main guns, which will give you not much else. It seems to be mainly down to damage. Second upgrade is, I would probably, that seems to just avoid or decrease damage as well. But yeah, I'll probably spend money on upgrades for this ship if I were to buy it in the real game when World of Warships goes live. I would definitely rebuy the ship. It's not fantastic, but it's not terrible. And as I say, the main reason you would buy a ship is to train to get credits and to train crew, and I think the Aurora can do that. So next time round, I think maybe I'm going to play the Murmansk. So next video, when I get around to it, I'm going to go to bed now. But Murmansk is another ship that you can only buy from the tech tree. You can't get it from the gift shop. So I think I'll have a look at the Murmansk next time round. And that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, the Aurora. I wasn't expecting much, and it's basically, as I say, when I was playing it, it felt a little bit worse than the St. Louis, but now I've compared the stats side by side. I think it's very, very similar to the St. Louis. It's the Russian St. Louis. So yeah, if you want to train up Russian crews and you like the St. Louis and its gameplay, then I think you're probably going to like the Aurora. And I like the St. Louis, and I found myself liking the Aurora. So there you go, guys. I've heard some people say some bad things about the ship, but I don't think it's terrible. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.